Hello, I have a confession to make. Last month, out of my TBR jar, I picked A Sudden Light, and I have not even started reading this book yet, and it's already April. So, I am going to pick a new book today, but I am going to have to read this before I read the next book that I pick. So this is next on my list of books to read. I am going to read this as the very next book that I read. I promise. But let's go ahead and pick a new book because I'm excited to see what I end up picking for today. First of all, let's shake it up really good. And dun, 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 dun. I don't know which one to pick. I always get so nervous doing this. All right, it's gonna be this one. I gotta make sure I don't have both two. Let me put this aside. Okay, this was two, so I'm throwing this one back and I didn't see it. This one is Strangers She Knows. Let me go see if I can find this. That doesn't sound familiar. I'm gonna have to find it. Okay, I have found it. I picked this up and I was like, yes, I was so happy that I picked this one. This is one I recently bought. I bought it at my last book sale, which is also in my book haul video if you'd like to check that out. And I was so excited about this. I'm going to read you a little bit of the back just so you can get excited about it too. It says, I have 3 deadly problems. 1, I've seriously offended a maniacal killer. 2, I just had a bullet removed from my brain. 3, my new daughter is growing up too fast and she's in the line of fire. Lying on an obscure technology-free island off California means safety from the murderer who hunts Kellen Adams and her new family. Or does it? Dun dun dun. Family time becomes terror time, and at last, alone, Kellen faces a killer playing a cruel game. Only one can survive, and Kellen knows who must win and who must die. That sounds amazing, and I cannot wait to read this. And I have been in a major thriller phase lately, so I'm very excited to get started on this. And come along with me, and let's go get started. This book is insane. I have only read the first chapter, as you just saw, and so much has happened. They exhumed a body, so that means they dug up a coffin from the ground that was already buried. And then someone was stealing body parts from the coffin, and then the man that ran the funeral home that was like allowing all this to happen went to check on the casket, and the person that was stealing the body parts took a needle and stabbed it into him, and it punctured his heart, and he just died. Oh, and his wife watched him die. Yeah, so that was our first chapter. So this book so far is insane, and I cannot wait to continue reading it. And I'm gonna go do that and get back here and update you as soon as possible, because I'm sure you're on the edge of your seat now, because I know that I am. As you just saw, I read some more of this, and I just want to briefly break this down because I barely gave you anything on my last review on this. So I am about halfway through now, and so far it is so-so. The beginning of the book was insane. It had me pulled in from the very beginning, which I loved. And then as I'm reading, I found out this is book 3 in a series, which is okay because the author does a really good job of kind of explaining the past without making it like annoying, if that makes sense. So the author kind of just lets you know what's already happened in the characters' lives and what's relevant for this story. So I feel like it could be a standalone book. I don't feel like I'm like left out or wondering what's going on exactly. I feel like if I had read the previous two, obviously to have more information, it might be a little bit better. However, right now, it has been really interesting. It has been really good. This family is running from this lady that is seeking revenge on the mom, and she was the lady that was like getting the body parts. So kind of scary. So it's a mom, a husband, and their young daughter, and they are like fleeing the country. They're on this private island with no cell service, no way to contact anyone, no way to get onto the island without, you know, somebody flying onto the island. They can't take even a boat because it's just too dangerous with like rocks on the shore or something. So I feel like that sounds sketchy. Like I get where they're going with it because they want to hide, but like I'm waiting for something bad to happen. I'm just waiting for this lady seeking revenge to show up at this point. So we will see what happens with that. But so far the writing style is good. The storyline is there. The explaining is there. And I'm liking it. I'm vibing with it. I'm going along with it. I'm feeling either 3 or 4 stars. It's definitely not a 5-star for me right now, just because the writing style is not like my absolute favorite. But it's good, it's decent, it's a good easy read like for poolside or whatever. So I'm gonna keep reading this and I'll come back and give you a final recap. I am officially done reading Strangers She Knows, and it was pretty good. I ended up giving it 3 stars, but don't let that deter you from this book or the whole series, because like I said, there is a series and I might possibly read the first one in the series just to kind of see what that was all about, and see if it helps like make this one make a little bit more sense or make me like this one a little bit more. So basically the reason it went downhill so quick, because I was kind of like around a 3 or 4 stars before, but the reason that I feel like we ended up with 3 stars was just the ending was a bit strange. I don't know how else to put it, but it wrapped up almost way too fast, and it was just so predictable that I wasn't too thrilled. It almost like ruined the rest of the book for me, because I really did love the beginning. The beginning hooked me on this book, and then the middle was not bad at all. I did like it. I was enjoying it. I was like excited to see how it was going to end. And then the ending, I was just like, I really hope they do something that's shocking, something that I wouldn't expect, but it wasn't shocking at all. It was totally expected, and the characters, like what ended up happening with it was just like not at all what I was hoping for. I don't know how to say it without giving it away, but it just wasn't where it was at, where it needed to be at, I should say. So unfortunately I didn't love this one, but I still am happy that I read it. It was still a decent read. The characters were really, I liked the characters. They were very colorful. I loved the daughter in the book, so I feel like if I read the other ones in this series, I would probably really connect with the characters, and I probably would have connected a lot more with the characters had I read the first 2, and maybe it would have been a little bit better. But either way, that ending was just a dud. So I don't know, I don't want to hate on it completely, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it, and there was just like a small part that I didn't enjoy, I guess you could say. So yeah, that's it. That's all for this book. It is done. Check another one off the list. Which is insanely cool. And go check out my wrap TBR videos if you liked my TBR jar videos, And if you haven't seen all the TBR jar videos, go look in the description because they're all linked below. And I am glad that you came along on this journey of Strangers She Knows with me today, and there are so many more of these vlog style review videos that I have been doing, will be doing throughout the whole rest of the year, because I do 2 of these per month. At least I try to get them out per month. I know I'm a little backed up, but that's why this one's out now, and I'm hoping to get back on track after this. So make sure you keep an eye out for those videos, and come back here every week on Friday because there is a weekly video every single Friday. And if you want to see more bookish content, I post on my Instagram all the time. So go look over there and make sure you like this video, subscribe, turn the notification bell on, and leave me a comment because I love interacting with you. And I will see you on a new video soon. Bye!